Welcome all, I'm John and this is the crypto channel of John. Thank you all for being here. I wish you all welcome and let's take a look at the markets. Now, I know a lot of you have definitely seen the market go down for a while, same for me, but that was predicted way before time, could tell. And I'm gonna take you guys all over the market for that you guys can see where we are heading and if it's a good time still to buy, or that you still have to be a little bit more patient, or where you want to take some accumulation from coins. Now, first of all, let's take a look at CoinGecko. The overall market, we are at $2.36 trillion into the market. So we're still about 1 trillion above where we started last year. So that still means that it's a very bullish sign, and we have about more than 50% still in Bitcoin. 51% is in Bitcoin. So that means that Bitcoin is doing very well at this point, and everybody was definitely waiting for the halving. So was I at that point, but markets sometimes do different than we all wanted to do, and we saw meme coins go up, so it's normal that we are now cooling off a little bit. I think a lot of people will be anxious in a few weeks, and then we will see the market do a diverse and go back upwards. Now, first of all, we are still in a bullish trend and momentum. The overall market in the last 7 days, you can see it's not that positive, but that means that we are still in accumulation phase and you still have a little bit of time to buy more, of course. Now, I will be going over markets very slow for you guys today, that you have all the time to rewatch and see where we are at this point. Now, first of all, this is the main chart of Bitcoin. I will be going over a lot of coins today. You can see they're already here on the right side, and I will be going over all of these for today. Now, first of all, this is a chart of Bybit. You can see this up in the right corner. If nobody ever knew where this is, TradingView. Here you can watch your charts. Now, the only thing of trend indicator that I always use is an RSI to give me a little bit overview for where the market is at this point. Now you can see that Bitcoin does not go to very low points in the monthly view. So if you go a little bit lower to like the 50 area, we are definitely at a perfect point for accumulation in the monthly view, of course. First of all, my area of accumulation, we are at it at this point. We entered it this month, 56. The low was 56. You can see it up. So if I go over here, you can see the low was 56,415. Now I said 59 to 48, so we are in between. So that means beautiful. That was a very beautiful accumulation phase at this point. We could see one more movement. I would love to see it close up, and that would mean like 49, 48,000. That would be the perfect phase where I would definitely be looking to accumulate a little bit more, of course. Why Bitcoin? Yeah, Bitcoin is still one of the most favorite coins that I want to hold. I will keep holding this one for a very long time. All my smaller coins are only here to make more Bitcoins or Ethereum, of course. Those two are the only coins that I'm 100% sure that will survive for a very long time. All the rest is still with a big question mark. Will they survive with this run? Most of them, of course they will. And that's where we are gonna make more Bitcoin from, of course. So if you want to buy more Bitcoin, a little bit patient until it drops again in this accumulation phase, and that would be like the perfect entry. Weekly, we can see that we were in oversold area here, and that we can go to quite some lows. So we could still have a little bit more downtrend, and that would mean that we could see this. I think probably that we will see it. Why? Because not many people are expecting it at this point to go there. So we are now, like you can see, an overall trend is down. Major trend, we're still up. So this is the major trend line. This one I'm showing now is the trend that we are at this point. It doesn't mean that we are always going this way, as long as we did not break the major trend line, and that's this. Let me draw in green, maybe it's a more beautiful sign, a little bit bigger. So if we do not go down this one, we are always moving back upwards. This is a weekly view of the chart. Same weekly areas, 59 to 53. We entered at one time. If we hit 51 to 48, that means that you are in a super sale and that you should buy or look for opportunities to take long positions from here if you are a trader, of course. If not, accumulation is good. And if you are not wanting to look at your portfolio because it's a little bit less high than it was a few weeks ago, it's about 20% from Bitcoin that dropped. So I would love to see Bitcoin drop 35%. That means that this is the area where we should see it hit, and that's why I said a super sale there. If we see Bitcoin hit here, that means that the altcoins, of course, that you are holding go a little bit more in a lower position, but that means that it's a great time to start buying some more of them, of course, because the next run that we are heading in, you will be enjoying while it goes up, of course. Now here we can see my prediction that I made around this area. Maybe I think I drew this one here, but we did break, and I said we would go to the perfect entry, and we did see this one hit Wednesday the 1st of May, and Tuesday Thursday the 2nd of May we hit it 2 times. So if you were in this one, that was congratulations. Now we are hitting the upper trend line here, so that means that we are forming a lot of liquidity above here. So we are definitely gonna go after these liquidity highs here. We did not take anything out yet, so that means their only liquidity is down here. We could take it out now one more time and then give a nice push upwards. So that would give Bitcoin another few weeks before we should hit that point. If you are impatient, just do something else. We have to be patient in the market. Markets does what they do. We can only enjoy the ride with them. Now, soon I will be releasing my exit strategies and how I do it. I told you guys a few weeks ago too that I would do this, and it is coming. Mine is ready, so I will be deploying it completely online very soon. I am having a little bit more patience to do this because I want you all to have a lot of patience in this market. It's a mindset game, and if you're not ready for it, I am here to support you guys. I am here to show you that you can all have a little bit more patience. When I'm selling, you will be selling too, and then the profit will be in the pocket, of course. Ethereum. Now let's take a look at the monthly view first. Like you can see, it's doing the same like Bitcoin. The only thing that Ethereum did not do, what Bitcoin did do, was make an all-time high. So I did expect that we would see one more push first to see an all-time high. It looks like we're not yet seeing this happening, but this is the major trend line again. So as long as we do not break the green one, and we are still moving higher and higher. This is now the trend line of the monthly view that we are doing, but that means that we could have some nice accumulation phases here. The first one we are in at this point, so I am still buying this one too, because I do believe Ethereum is gonna have a nice jump in this next run. When do I see it happen? I believe in a month and a half, maybe 2 months, when everybody is annoyed and doesn't like crypto at that point anymore. Then I think that we are ready to go upwards in a very huge bullish momentum. And if you are not in it, you will not be able to join it, because I think this run will just go just parabolic in one time, and we will see what happens afterwards. I'm definitely here to support you all the way, and I'm also here to make sure that we will take profits when the time is ripe. Now, in weekly, this is like a perfect area of accumulation. We are almost at it. Yeah, maybe if you want to take the candle, it's great too. So if you would enter now an entry, that's beautiful. So these coordinates are from, I'll write them down. And 3 area. So if you wanted to buy more, this would be a good area to buy more. Now I do see one more, and that's like the last opportunity that I believe that you will get for this part. I am having one entry down here. I'm not sure that we will get that one, but I am definitely gonna try to get it, because if we do, that is even a better area. If I see a reversal coming and we are going upwards, you all in the Discord will be the first one to know. Like you can see, the weekly major trend, the trend line is downwards. The overall trend line is still upwards. So we still could go to 1900, around $2,000. I do not believe we will see those lows ever again. I think I definitely know that this is like the last area that we will go to. If we ever drop below 2000, I think I'll sell everything that I have and just buy more. But I don't believe ever that we will. Not in this run anyway. Now, daily view. Like you can see, we still have a little bit room to go downwards here too, or take even bigger opportunities. My daily view is 2700 to 2663, and still here for 2005 to 2009. So these two areas I am definitely looking to accumulate. There was one here too, like I said, in my weekly view, but that's my weekly buyings. So the third one is here, and we are now in it at this point. So these 3 areas are like the perfect areas if you want to accumulate Ethereum a little bit more. Just take them there and you will be perfectly doing fine. You can see it's marked in blue here, so just pause the video so that you can rewatch these areas. Do note this is on a map of Binance, so this could change a little bit if you are on a different exchange. So make sure that you are, if you are on Binance or if you are on KuCoin or on Bybit or any other exchange like Maxi, make sure that you are on the right chart, that you can find these gaps yourself in here. So overall, Ethereum looks still bullish, like all the coins at this point. We are now having a little bit sideways movement, like this was the area to enter here. We entered 1, 2, that's the 3rd time we entered this area. So you can see this is a fair value gap where I would take long positions from, but I have to be patient, even I do now, to not trade until we move around out of this area. If we break here and we go upwards, and I have a clear visualization that we are moving upwards, that means that the trend has been broken and that we can change direction, of course. Gospel, one of my favorites too, and especially in this run. Now I have some great news for this one. We are having smart contracts deployed very soon. Now that's the first one. I didn't I heard that one before, but I am very close following up to this one, and they are building it as we are speaking at this point, and the release date has not been pronounced, but one of the main people on Twitter has shown us of one of the founders that has created this, has definitely told us that they are working on it and the things are speeding up. So that means very bullish news. If we could see smart contracts deployed, that means that we could see Kaspa hit like $5 to $10. So that means like huge bullish news. That means that we could still see 100x to a 50x from here if smart contracts deploy. If not, make it $1. That would be a great profit area, and that means that we still could see a 10x from here. I told you guys before that this was like my entry areas. It still is. This is a super sale for me. Here I am deploying a whole lot more because I still want to accumulate Kaspa for the long run. I believe that this one will be as great as Ethereum or even better because it's the first of its kind, and it's not a blockchain like I've told you guys before. It's a block DAG, it's something different, and because it's the first of its kind that has a lot of exchanges excited, and it's also nice to see that it's very not publicly restructured everything. So it's very nice to see that it's still not allowed to buy this one in America. So they're a bit against America at this point for regulations and everything. Well, that means because of the market cap that's already in this one. You can see Kaspa is like at 0.34. This is 2 billion market cap already, and it's not even at the peak of the bull run. So, and it's not on any major big exchanges either. So we do have a few exchanges, but not really the biggest ones yet. So looks like promising news on this one. Oh, by the way, I found a new place where you can research coins now. I'm gonna share you this one. I did not know this existed, so I found this out last week and I'm sharing it with you guys, and this means cryptorank.io. Now here you can find, I did not know this one existed yet, so I'm very happy to find. So here you can research some new coins in the future. You can see some IDOs listening, and you can also see tier volumes on exchanges. So what do I like about this one? That you can definitely see behind the scenes how good an exchange is doing. So this is the first one that does this. So I like the way it views, looks. I don't like the pop-ups that come into it, but it's also for your portfolio, so it's one new one that you can add to it. But I like the ICOs coming up to the new tokens that's coming. So if I find some new coins very soon, you will be hearing it because of this new partial that we can now look into. Now Kaspa still, like I said, looks beautiful. Weekly, it's in my accumulation phase at this point. If we break the dots, we could see one more drop to like 7 cents. Then I will be adding to my portfolio from here. The drop could be all the way down to around 5.3, so 0.53, sorry. Why? Because we still have on the RSI some room left to go. On the daily, like you can see, we did not see that many lows, so we are definitely still able to go. Daily the same, we are in accumulation phase. Like this was my daily entry, so we did hit almost the top, we came back, we're now doing the same again. So me buying a whole lot of them between 6 and 7 cents, me putting all my stable coins into it from 5 cents. Why in this one? Because it's a sure play, and we will definitely see like from here a 20x, so a 20x of my stablecoin money. That would be beautiful for me. Myria, now this one has done too what I predicted time by time again. So these are in my maps way before. So first of all, I'd drawn this one, and if we broke this one, I told you guys that we would definitely, there's a big chance that we go to 0.005 like we did today, 0.005, 0.07, so that looks like 0.5 for me. Why? Because this gap had to be closed. Now we just closing it. We do have one more gap, and that's another that could be another 60% drop. So if we do see this drop, um, hold on to your heads if you have Miria, because that could be one hell of a painful view in your portfolio. But do know, if we hit that one, just buy a little bit more, because if you do the pump up back to all-time highs from that area, that's like a 10x directly just from here, and that's definitely something which we could do till that 700% immediately in the pocket. I believe Miria will do a lot more, but it has to release its games, of course. We had an opportunity to play one of them on alpha phase, on beta phase, but at this point we cannot play it anymore, and we have to have patience. So for me, as long as the team does not fulfill or release games soon, I am having a little bit of doubt on this team. So I am still fully looking into them. They are still giving some information, but the Discord is a little bit more quiet than it should be, and I do not like this. But at this point, I'm still accumulating. I have notes of these, so I am regenerating about 100,000 coins a month, I think. Let me take a look. How much did I do? I do about 2,600 a day, x 30 days. So I have about 78,000 coins every month added to my portfolio. So if I can do this for 12 months, I have about a million coins extra. So I believe if Miria does a nice jump up, and my prediction really was around, it really is around 20 to 30 cents, so that means that we could still see a huge pump up. But then it definitely has to release a game, because that is a must. Because other coins are doing the same, and they are releasing some coins, of course. Daily view, now we are in my super nice daily buy. Why? For value gap, we entered the fair value gap. I predicted this one. Also, if we hold the daily here, everything is good. If we did not, my area was down here to go downwards, and look, we did. We came down, we hit it back, we stopped it one more time, and we just retested now these areas. We took out this liquidity for people that were going long. Now the lowest point that I want to see it go really is now here. I hope I believe and I know we will not see anything lower. If we do, we are definitely going down to here. Then we are definitely taking this area here. If we do that one, that's my last area that I would see any entry points. If we do, that means bullseye for us, of course, and that means one hell of a long trade that I will be going into. Then the market is definitely beautifully close to. So, but like you can see, daily we are very low at this point, so that means that we could see a change of direction at any point. It depends a little bit what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin goes to 51, yeah, we definitely will see Miria go to 0.01. We will see Caspar maybe go to 0.05. Ethereum will definitely go down to 2,500. So that's the main predictions. That means Triol will definitely go to 0.001266. So hold on, do know that this is possible. I am still loving this one too. Why? First of all, new game has been released, and that's Ordium. You can now play it on beta testing, and everybody is allowed to play it. So you can test it out. It's a card game, not very special, no play to earn yet, but it will be coming on soon. My prediction, a monthly, we just broken my monthly buy-in, so that means that I am definitely still accumulating. Weekly, you can see, why did we break it? Because first of all, I did not have a lot of mapping to go on, so that's maybe why. Now weekly should be until the candle, so this is like the perfect accumulation phases, and we have one more lower than is this one. Major trend is still upwards. We can see we are let me make a green so that you guys can follow easier. If I go too fast, just leave it in the chat. If you have any questions, I'll leave them in the chat too. I'll be going over them at the end after the market has been reviewed, of course. So here is the trend line we're doing now at this point, and the other one we are now. So we are a little bit still in a down movement, but the major trend is still here. So as long as we do not go down the major trend line, that means we are still in a bullish momentum, even if we are going in a downtrend. So Triol, if you wanted to buy this one, here we just broken it, so that means that we could see a change in direction again. If we do not, the next one is definitely 0.001866.8, and I have orders at that point, the same as this one here that went in. This one I took. I have some new orders down here that I would definitely love to see hit. If we do not, that means we will have a huge bullish momentum, and that I love to. Now fear, this coin has broken his major trend line, and I do not like to see this. As long as they do not break that one, that's always okay. They did not break. I did not draw correctly. Excuse me. So it's in the last point. So I hope now, if we break this one, I have no idea where fear will go. They're still building. They're still doing everything, but they don't make any advertising. So they need a little bit more advertising to get out to the people, and people need to know about this coin. If they do not know about it, it's not easy to go to markets upwards, of course. But because everything is still in another direction that we love to see, we still have to be patient. So if you have still money on the side, you can still deploy or enter, of course. I'll be not adding this one at this point to my portfolio anymore. I have already a few, but I will be keeping them for later. Like in the weekly, you can see we still have a little bit time to. This is like a beautiful drawing. I do not want to see it hit here. If we hit it, yeah, we could see lows 0.0007, something like that. Let's hope, and let's keep your heads up, and that it keeps above 0.91. Then we will definitely be going upwards again. But it depends again what Bitcoin does at this point. We have to be a little bit patient. Ariane, geen muziek opleggen, hè? Now, the daily view, same. We are now in a sideways momentum here. Look, the same one as here. If we do go under it, we have one more support area that I saw, and that was between 0.007 and 0.068. Now that's the last accumulation phase that I would look like, and that would mean that we dropped like 90% from the coin, which this one did spike up high. So that means about 94% drop. That's like a usual crypto drop. Gala, yeah, if we broken this trend line, we will not drop, but we did break it. This is viewing over. Okay, let's first take the monthly. Monthly still looks bullish. We are very much in buy area at this point still. If you would look at the overall height that we ever took from Gala, so 9 cents or 3 cents is still a very big bargain. And this one is still building. So Gala has a new team. It has movies been released, it's still doing music, and it has games that are playable. Now, first of all, I do believe that we will see around 3.6968 cents is definitely in the cards for Gala to go into. I preferred not to see this one because I have a note from this one too, and I'm also still accumulating that one. I make about 600-700 coins a day from this one every day, so that means I got every month around 30 days. I take 18,000 coins extra of this one if we have around 4 cents. That means around $700 a month that I get from this coin at 4 cents. So I prefer it at $1 or at 10 cents. That would be a lot better, of course. That makes 60 days and 30 days. That means about $1,800 a month. That is more my viewing point, of course. Now, but overall, we can see it's still majorly upwards. We are just re-entering these areas, and I would love to see it one more time. If we do, we are definitely buying again. Here the same. This is the area where you should look for an entry. Coordinates 3 cents 05 to 03383. No, just pause the movie that you can take a look, of course. If we break even lower than the dots here, then we are going to 0.0167. But if that happens, that means that will be the last time forever that we will see this coin drop that low. Avox, I know a few of you guys have this one too. So my last area of Avox to take profit will be around $140-150. At this point, that means that you could see another 300% from here. Yeah, my profit is around 1,000% if we hit that target. So now here we just following, like I said before. Overall trend line is upwards, same for here. If this one moves, we will see Triul and everything else move so fast that we will all be loving it. So this is like the major trend that you can follow now at this point. That means that we could see from Avox, I believe this is like the last point that you could take a nice entry from. I took some profits up here and one up here. I just entered it perfectly. At this point, I would say entry areas, major, this one, and then here. So between 14 and 12 or 31 and 28, that would be a perfect entry area. And then the profit areas are going upwards. But first we look for entry areas again. As long as we are in the opposite direction upwards, we are taking profits again. And then making more stables, of course, or golds or anything, Bitcoin or what you want. Although I will be not going over that. It's an accumulation phase. One more time, we could go one drop further. It all depends what Bitcoin does before. It's for every coin the same, of course. PAR. Now, I have this one. This was accumulation phase again. So I believe this is the last part where we see it enter this part. So we dropped, we got a sideways mark, we left it off, we just retesting the market now, and then we're gonna see a different direction again, of course. Entry area where we are at now. profit area would be up here somewhere. That would be around $10 or $9, so that means 2-3x directly. This one is where a lot of people have some big money that's in it, so still possible. XRP, not my favorite coin, but I do like to trade this one because it's so easy to trade this one. This one does is so much manipulated that you can just follow it easy. Monthly, daily, we can see that we are going upwards. If you want to enter this coin, let me take a look for the daily, weekly area. Yeah, I would say around 40 cents, 43 cents to 38 cents would be a nice buy area to take some longs off. Why? Fair value gap down here was not completely finished, and we hit it twice now, so it could mean that XRP loves to give very big spikes like here, take out liquidity one more time, and that's what I'd love to see one more time to be happening before we move upwards. Daily on XRP, we hit it fair value gap one time, twice, so it now depends that we are definitely going to these lows. Looks like it. Be patient, people. Quant. I do only have one of these coins. Why? Because they have not many of them. I believe in the long term for this one, and that's why I wanted to buy it on these prices. I have it around $100 that I bought. I am keeping this one for a very long time, but we do not need to sell this one. For me, I'm keeping this for a few years, so I believe that this one will stay for a long time. Why? Just because there are not a lot of coins out of this one, and the price can go up easily to a few $1,000s. So for $93 to hold on to this coin for a little bit is nice to have. So if you do not want to, if you want to sell this one in 25, I do not recommend to buy this one at this point. Why? I've been reading up on them, and I believe that they will not be doing that great the next year. Now Fetch AI, I know somebody that has this in the group, so that's why I'm going over this one. Major lines and monthly, it looks like we are in a huge momentum movement. Entry area around here, second entry area down here. So we have two entry areas that we could see, and these are point of interest. I would around $1 to 79 cents, on the other one 40 cents to 23 cents are definitely possible to re-enter this market. Sorry, I did not go over the weekly. Weekly same, like you can see, for value gap. Maybe even move this one here to that gap, so that means 81 cents to 63 cents. We could see a drop for 70% for this coin. It's definitely possible. It's AI, they are new, so crypto is very volatile, so keep in mind that this is possible. This one should not be here. The daily view on this one, yeah, my three areas are here. You can see directly. I think this one is weekly, if monthly too. If I would take them daily, I would say I'm here somewhere. By this point, first look entry areas for this one. I believe that this one will be the lowest, to $1.99, so to $1.16, something like that would be like the perfect area to reaccumulate this one. VRI RA, at the overall we are still in a bullish momentum, so this would be like the overall trend line. So this would be the last one that should not be broken. We should stay above. Here we are now. I thought there was a fair value gap in here somewhere. I knew there was a fair value gap in here. We are in it at this point, but we have one more down here, so we could see this one just go through it and go to 0.29. So I have some entries down here. And there is one more further down the road too. But if you see that one, that would be not good for this coin at all. But if we see the all-time highs again, that means that we are in huge profit, of course. Let me take, if we even from this point of view, you could see another 1700% profits coming up, but we are definitely taking some profits already around 2 cents, and then the next one will be around 5 cents. So from here, that's a 10x and a 5x, something like that. This is still definitely in the cards for VRI. They're still doing work behind the scenes, but because of a lot of people are also creating new crypto games where they already can earn play to earn. Yeah, they have competition now, but they did not have before. Or there are a lot of people also doing the same thing like I do, and the eyes are now separated to all of them and not just on one of them. That's better said. Myro, this is the only meme coin I have. Like I said before, I believe that this one will do great. It already did great. Now it just was accumulation phase. Buy area, I am buying. So I don't see any bigger downwards momentum for this one because it already done a huge one. So this is like 70%. That would be 92, would be around here, so I don't believe that that one happens. I made 3 or 4 times my money in this one, so this is great for me already. So everything that's in here is free money for me, but I'm still want to buy a little bit more, and if I would buy more, it would be around here on the daily view, on the 12-hour view, sorry, daily view. No, I would buy it here, perfectly where it is now. Tao, this is the only AI coin that I really are interesting about and still believe that this one will do great. It's already all the way down, so that means that we could see a change of direction. First point of area on the weekly would be around 193 to 161 dollars to buy, and daily view entry point would be around here. Prices on it, and the other entry point would be down 163 to 161, 167. Yeah, this area here, really. That's why we look. I'm going to show you guys what the fair value gap is for one more time. So the fair value gap is the area between this candle and that red one. So where everything my green bar is now in, that's a fair value gap, and that would be your stop, or down here because there is one down here too. So if you're trading, this is also fair value gap, this little one. So that means that your stop would be here. If you were taking this one from here or from here, your stop would be here. That means that you would be in a perfect position then to take longs and to go up high. Stop loss not more than 2% of your portfolio. Keep in mind, play safe if you're trading. If you're holding, you have time, of course. Demo, yeah, I have miners of this one too. So I am putting this in cars and I am accumulating at this point. The first leg up that we do and we go to 30 cents, I'm selling a few of them. It's still doing great, but they need a little bit more use cases, I think, but we will see in time what happens. GFall, I had it one very long time. I sold a bunch up here on the retest because I saw this drop. I sold a little bit down here, no, down here on January, and now I'm holding still this little part that I have, but I do not believe that I'm accumulating anymore of GFall. If we see a retest, I will be selling this one completely. Not interested anymore. It's profit, but I'm not interested, so I'm not keeping an eye on this one anymore. So if it goes up one more time, I will be selling everything from GFall. Gas entry area, I've been over this one. Mana. Now, I have not been talking about this one on the channel yet, but Mana is a great coin. Or Decentraland, that some people know. Gaming coin too has a lot of potential still to grow. It has been to multiple bull markets, so entry area would be this one, so between 37 cents and 31 cents, and then we would see highs like 80 to 90 cents as definitely possible to take some profit. That's a 3x, so in between here, this area here would be the next going upwards. And why? Because there is liquidity above this area here. Where's my drawing? Here, there's liquidity will be above here and here, because people are taking shorts to take out this liquidity or this one. So that's what the market wants to do. So that's what they tell to people. It's just AI bot that's making sure that the market does what it does. It's a program, so it's been written before. So it just goes up here and up here because people take shorts and put the stops here and stops here. That's why there is liquidity, that there is money up here. And what do I look at these points, and why? Because I do not want to wait until we are here. I want to take profit here to make sure I'm always in profit, and then look, have patience what the market does from here to here, and then go move upwards again. I do not always take everything from the market, but at least I have profits. That's the good thing about it. One more time is Solana. This one has done beautiful too. My accumulation phase was around here, so that was around $18. We are now at 142, so I'm already up very beautiful. So every line that you can see, these were my profit areas I took. Now we are in accumulation phase or profit area. You can take both of them in weekly. I'm a little bit having patience with this one because I do believe we could see one more drop to here. If we do see that one, I'm accumulating one more time. Lows from here, I do not believe that we will see that one. Sol went up beautiful, but dropping 70-80%. I don't see it Sol doing because it's a smart contract platform, and people are really building on this one too. Mana is the same. Decentraland is also a smart contract platform, by the way. Okay, now let me take a look if anybody said something in the chat. Nope. Okay, so that means that we're done for today. If I have anything else or beautiful other news, I will definitely be chatting it with all of you. So I'll be putting this one on tonight. I have been recording, mic was on, and I will be ending this one. I wish you all a very nice evening and see you all in the next one.